What is going on, guys? It has been Master Overlord here, and I am very sorry for being gone for like a long time, about a month, I believe. But anyway, I am back and bigger and badder than ever. I lie. But today we have Vampire Night class, and let's just get right into it. Probably doing something new with the new designs. We're going to be going into the base features, obviously, and then what equipment? Not, it's not. I was gonna do equipment, but now that I'm over here saying it, maybe equipment's not the best thing because it all depends on how you want to play. I will show you what you should have equipment wise. What you should like: heavy armor, light armor, medium armor, a shield, no shield, things like that, and what character classes or player classes would best support this class and help it out and possibly be in the direct correlations of your goals and things like that. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So here's some of the flavor text. So you basically you're a person who's discovered an ancient tomb, and you realize by reading some of these ancient texts that your bloodline is that of an ancient race of vampire, ones who develop martial skills to become knights of their own blood order. And you also get blood magic, so hooray. Let's get right into it. Alright, so at first level, you're going to get immortality. It stops you from aging, and you can't be magically aged, and your body does not decay. You're also immune to non-magical disease. Blood sense, just like the original Vampire, because this is the sequel to the previous one. The location and alignment of all living creatures within 50 feet around you, and have dark vision of 60 feet. If you already have it, then it's increased to 120 feet, and your blood sense gets increased to 100 feet, which is pretty decent. Fighting style, choose one of the various fighting styles as listed upon here, from 2-weapon fighting, great weapon fighting, to protection, things like that. Spell casting, you gain spells at second level. So just like paladin spells, but you choose upon the sorcerer spell list. Spellcasting is basically the same, but your spellcasting focus is actually your own blood. So you don't really need a orb or a wand or staff, anything like that. You just use your blood. Blood magic. It's hard to understand and even harder to control, but powerful nonetheless. At second level, 5% of your body is always covered in blood, such as your foot or hand, your hair, half your face, something like that. It's always considered, it's always covered in blood. And whenever you roll to cast a spell, you roll up your percentile die. If it lands on your blood magic percentage or lower, you roll on the table. And every time you get an ability score improvement, or that famous ASI, you add 1d10 plus your charisma modifier, and add that to your blood magic percentage. So you're probably going to be using it often as you level up in this class. Oh, actually, notice how it says anytime you get an ability score improvement. So every time you cast a spell, even though you're like a 12th level character, you probably have a high chance of doing a lot of blood magic. The blood magic table is kind of like the sorcerer's wild magic table. There's a lot of good effects, a lot of bad effects, and some that can straight out kill you instantly. Things like that. Ancient blood. Your hit point maximum can't be reduced, and you have advantage on saving throws to resist poison. Blood order. There's a subclass that I will go into very little, giving you the flavor text and the 20th level feature. ASI at 4th level. Extra attack at 5th level. The two auras, vampiric and blood. Vampiric aura saps the energy of living creatures as they take 1d10 necrotic damage, and you heal that amount. Heal that half the amount. And at 18th level, it becomes 3d10, and the aura spreads to 30 feet. Blood aura has the opposite effect. Your allies are protected when they're inside your blood aura, gaining 5 hit points when they are conscious, and their hit point maximum can't be reduced. And at 18th level, they heal 10 hit points, and it's 30 feet. Vampire Blade, just like the improved Divine Smite that a Paladin gets, you can deal 1d8 necrotic damage to all creatures and 1d10 necrotic damage to celestial creatures after attuning with one of your weapons for 1 hour. Vampirism. You can turn anyone into a vampire spawn. You must first grapple them, and they must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 5d10 necrotic damage or have as much on a success. And if it dies but like this, it turns into a vampire spawn. You can have 2 of them at once. They have their hit points equal half of yours, and they know 1 3rd-level spell from your spells, and they can cast it once per day. They're under your mental commands, and it has initiative. And yeah, you can only have 2. And that would be the end of the base features. So now let's get into the blood orders. The orders are designed like the Paladin's Oath. They have their own tenets that you must keep, or you have a chance of becoming the Blood Breaker, which is basically the Oath Breaker, but with little difference to it. But there's 3 of them: Order of Death, Order of Chaos, and Order of Ancients, each with their own little flavor and bring unique abilities to the table. So for the Chaos, you have Embodiment of Chaos at 20th level, giving you the ability to roll on your wild magic table at the start of your turn and at the end of another creature's turn for like a minute. And regardless of what it lands on, 1 creature you choose takes 5d10 necrotic damage, and it takes a long rest to get it back. So Embodiment of Chaos is very powerful due to the fact that you're rolling on your blood magic table basically every round. This can maximize damage or completely mess up combat completely. But it's chaos, so nothing's really set in stone when you're in the chaos realm. Order of Death, you are the embodiment of death, and you keep the balance of death and life, kind of like a Grim Reaper, but not really. And at 20th level, you get to turn into Death Incarnate, where you have a 30-foot aura, and any hostile creature in that aura has disadvantage on con saves and checks. Your hit points equal to the amount of hit points you dealt last turn. When a creature dies due to Deathbane, which is a feature that you get in this class, in this subclass, instead of receiving the hit points, you receive 1 additional use. And you have advantage on Constitution strength saves and checks and all that kind of stuff. This goes on for 10 minutes. So, Deathbane. At 15th level, you can target 1 creature by using your action, and then you can make a con save. On a fail, their con score gets reduced by a 1d6. They can repeat the save, ending it on a success, but if they fail, reduce the Constitution by another 1d6. The creature dies if the score reaches 0, and you gain half the remaining hit points of that target creature. You can only do this number of times equal to your creature modifier, regaining all on long rest. And as Death Incarnate was saying, instead of regaining those hit points, you can do it 1 more time for free. Order of Ancients. Order of Ancients is the most direct descendant of your ancestors of Vampyre. They are skilled in magic and in combat, and capable of turning the undead into faithful and powerful servants. So, with this one at 20th level, well, maybe I should start with first. You gain Skeletal. The most loyal and powerful minion is at hand. The skeletons that liches summon are weak compared to the ancients. This minion is built for combat. So you summon a skeleton. It has half your hit points, and it's very weak at first. But when you get 20th level, it no longer has damage vulnerability. It can make 3 attacks, and at the start of each of your turns, if you cast a spell last turn, you gain hit points equal to the current hit points you have. And every time you make an attack, every time you're hit by an attack, the attacking creature takes 10d8 necrotic damage. Bloodbreaker is not finished, so I can't really go into that, but man, is the Ancients powerful. I mean, you do solid damage. Every time you're attacked, boom, they take damage. There's no dodging it. There's reducing it, possibly with other class features and things like that, but there's no real AC that you need to get by. As soon as they attack you, you attack them. It's that simple. And with your skeleton able to take 3 attacks and all the other features you get with this one, it is truly a force to be reckoned with. And that brings us to the end. Next was the equipment on how you would actually play this class. Now time for some pictures. You would probably be lucky, well, not lucky, it would suit you best if you dual wielded a sword, well, maybe 2 swords, 2 axes, whatever have you. But seriously, dual wield and use medium armor. Because since you are a vampire, you need to be stealthy. You don't need to be, but you want to be stealthy. You want to have high dexterity. And since you are you're like a fighter paladin, or yeah, something like that. Capable of going into stealth mode at any given time and capable to take the front lines when needed. You and your skeletal, if you choose the Ancient's Path, can do a lot for your teammates. So, and dual wielding makes it even better because if you take the, what is it called? The fighting style, 2-weapon fighting, I believe. Yeah, 2-weapon fighting. You get to use both of your attacks with proficiency and your ability scores and things like that. So there's no real loss there. Then there's a feat that gives you an AC +1 when you're dual wielding. And just things like that, man. So a shield isn't all beneficial. You can just use the 2 weapons, make sure they're magical weapons, and then you could attune to one of them, make one more powerful, things like that. So as long as you keep your equipment in good shape with medium armor, with the 2 weapons, you're probably good to go on basically any adventure. Stay versatile. Don't stick to a solid thing, you know? And last but not least, the 3 player classes that are probably the best for this. One would be the Oathbreaker, obviously. I mean, you are a vampire knight. You have lived in your life as the shadows. And then the Oathbreaker comes up and says, hey man, let's be pals. You have darkness magic. I have blood magic, or vice versa. And you guys can probably be the best duo ever. You've seen elven rangers and druids get together, but nothing like this combination can stop. I mean, come on, Oathbreaker with all of its powerful psychic damage and the amount of necrotic damage it does, combined with the Vampire's Night necrotic damage. I mean, you guys are a force to be reckoned with. Second party member would probably be the Wild Magic Sorcerer. I mean, you have Blood Magic, which is already wild, and the Wild Magic Sorcerer brings its own flavor to the table, with it basically doing whatever. It literally goes from turning into a lamb to dealing a magic missile at 5th level. I mean, it's just crazy. Not to mention that you do a lot of wild magic yourself. I mean, let's just be honest. Okay? And then we have the Necromancer or a Lich. If you can find a Lich to be on your team, that would be perfect. I mean, Necromancer's good, but a Lich is even better. So if you do find one or the other, they can all their skeleton, zombies, whatever they summon, can help you in the front lines of combat. And the Wizard, the Necromancer, can help you with buffing up your spells and everything you need to get done. And then the Lich can protect you with using their skeletons as shields or something like that. You fluctuate throughout the entire party. You can become a friend with each and every single one of them. It's truly fantastic. But that is all the time we have for today. Don't want to make it too long. We already got 13 minutes in. And if you liked it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and I will see all you guys next time. Oh, and next time we have a D&D story or a the Nano Spider class. Nano Spider is basically Spider-Man, but it's all gonna be cool the other way. But and the story would have to be the story of Doitel Arcanos, the Overlord Domination, or the Dominion Overlord, the first video I did on this channel. It is his story throughout the realms where he has conquered many kingdoms. And I will see all you guys next time. And don't forget to min-max all of them stats. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my